report says Dave Filoni and Carrie Beck are the top contenders to take over Lucasfilm once Kathleen Kennedy steps down, possibly by the end of the year. Is this leadership duo what Star Wars needs right now, or should Disney be looking outside the company? I'm going to throw this to you, David, since you're on the board right now.
Yeah, I absolutely love the idea of Dave Filoni and Carrie Beck working together, because anytime that they've worked directly together on anything, it's been gold, right? So I do think Dave Filoni loves this franchise. Carrie Beck loved this franchise. This is actually, to me, a return to Star Wars not being corporate anymore. If you have Dave and Carrie leading the helm together, I think the two of them are going to play off of each other. I think that they respect each other so much that they're willing to somebody needs to be there to tell Dave, no, this doesn't make sense. And Dave needs to be there to say, no, let's go crazy and go do something weird where we go to this completely new galaxy and we bring in crazy characters and all this other stuff. So the two of them working together and starting to go, as long as they also take the Andor model, which story first, Star Wars second, if they do that and learn from the success of Andor, I think this is brilliant. I can't wait to see what happens.
What are your thoughts, Nick?
So I've been back and forth on this question. Of course, we've talked about it over the years on this show because it's been rumored for 100 years now that Kathy Kennedy's either fired, retired, one of the 3 or 4 other things. Until it happens, it's not happened yet. So Kathy Kennedy's going to keep doing what she's doing. She's literally, populated my childhood with all the amazing things that I've grown up with and loved. So when we get there, I don't know who the right person is. So the answer to my question is, I don't know if it's Beck and Filoni. I do really like the idea of a couple of people heading this up together. Like Dave talks about, let's get a yin and a yang going on. Let's get a little bit of both sides of this brain. It's
George and Marcia Lucas.
That's it. And that's a great example. George and Marcia Lucas. Let's get the heart and the head both working together to make this happen, because you need both of those things to be in Star Wars, and to find that one thing in one person is really hard to do. So if you have the ability to put 2 people in place, Favreau spent a lot of time in his career and energy at this point on Star Wars stuff. And I don't know if that's where he wants to spend the rest of his time, but he's another X factor that's out there that I think contributes some really value. So brings a lot of value to Star Wars. So some combination of deep lore, love of the franchise. It kind of goes back to what Pete talked about years ago with J.J. Abrams versus Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson loves Star Wars. J.J. Abrams loves to make a Star Wars movie. Find this ability to say, where is the heart and where's the other half, the head, that's going to make it successful and get it in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Nick, that was beautiful. I think our captain has to take us home, though. Pete, you want to just wrap this up for us?
Sure. Yeah, might as well. No, here's my issue, and this might be a hot take, but I don't think Filoni should be at the top. I think he should be running story. The guy gets story, but there's a big difference between being a great storyteller and running a business. Yeah.
I just thought she shut you up is all that happened. She's like, screw this guy.
No, I just mute. Oh no, abort mission.
No, I love Filoni's storytelling style, but just like Filoni's still having trouble getting television or live action right, he gets the stories right for animation. He knows how to tell a good 22-minute story as part of a 7-year cycle, and that's great. I don't know that he's right for the top. Carrie Beck might be better, but I think personally, they need to look outside. I think they need to look at somebody like the women who've been running Sony and who've been running Max and running those areas, who are building things like the Penguin, or Kelsey could probably run it.
It's me.
It's you. People who are looking at sort of that multitude of the way you can tell stories and you can mix things up. So I love Filoni. I don't want him to ever go anywhere, and I want him to be driving the stories, but I don't know that he's the right guy to head the studio. So that's my take.